Okay, great. So now it looks like we're starting, and hopefully we're connected now, and it's just a little bit of Mercury retrograde. And look at here, it is 12:12 where I am. So clearly we had some divine timing intervention there, because I was here early and I was on, and it's a whole techie thing with the settings. And so YouTube didn't recognize me and wouldn't give me a go live button, and then they did, and then it recorded, and then it didn't. So we just peacefully bowed out and allowed that to end. So that's the best way to handle these kinds of things, because it's a communication glitch, and we're all gathering here to communicate, and we all want to be here with Jaguar Spirit, and we all want to be here discovering a little bit more about who we are becoming. So on this series, and thank you for joining me, I've been getting such beautiful feedback from you, from my clients, and the texts and the comments here on YouTube are so appreciated. Please share this. I feel like each of these sessions, we enter this sacred space. And when you come with me, it's always sacred space. It's always cleared, cleansed, aligned to our highest good and what's optimal at this time. So we're never overwhelmed in a way we can't handle. Because you're here at a really pinnacle moment of your soul, it's important you begin to future pace yourself, to realize that you're the master of your timeline, and you're not just at the mercy of everything outside of you, which is what we were really conditioned to believe. Now we're waking up and we're saying, hey, no, I have a personal mission. I have a spiritual mission. I have parts of me who remember being a warrior, who remember being a healer with herbs, who remembers swimming with dolphins, communicating with aliens, living on another planet. This is your truth, is your multidimensional soul. So who are you becoming? The one who is aware of your multidimensional soul. So make sure you get on the list at nanakasha.com, because we're sending out the replays. They're all here on YouTube, and we are putting the contact information of everyone involved in each video right there for you. And what will happen is that as you do these different things we've put together in a little quest, just from simple questions of asking yourself, who am I? Who am I becoming? Who am I done with being? And who am I designed to be? You're becoming aware that there are answers out there that could come to you through your spirit guides, through your dreams, through your guardian angels, through your body, your cells, maybe your liver's talking to you, okay? Through crystals or trees, through weather, through communicating with other planets, other stars, with mentors you have. I have many clients who find that I come to work with them in my spirit body, which is something I learned from my first mystery school mentor. And it's something that becomes very important as you step into your mission and who you really are. So my question for you today, not really, the question that's coming through right now for you today, is that you become a clear and open channel to what is unfolding for you, and you recognize this, and you open to, who am I becoming? And what is the answer to that question? What is a potential answer to that question? What do you see, sense, hear, taste, remember, smell, become aware of? You must realize that you are a spiritually conscious being. You're in a spiral thought world. Always we are spinning up. We're on the hero's journey, which is a circle. We're on the everlasting, eternal sphere of life and renewal and life and destruction, death, endings, however you want to put it, dismantling what was. You did it a lot when you grew up between 0 and 10 years old. You dismantled who you were and very quickly gained new skills, new awareness, new things that you liked. All right. So you are used to that part of life where we were slogged down and we were living an old paradigm. Now we are here. We're at the top of the pyramid. We are at the 9th wave of consciousness. I want you to be very, very grateful you're here and very, very respectful of who you are, and that you are ready to receive a significant guidance, a significant opening, a significant reconnection, and or upgrade to a soul power aligned with your optimal purpose in this moment. So you have an enormous treasure. Screw the chest. You've got an entire underground layer of treasures, so to speak, in you, in your light body, in your DNA of your cells, in certain chakras, in certain parts of your rainbow bridge, your pillar of light, your subtle bodies. There's layers and layers to the structures of light that create the possibility for you to be the conscious being that you are. And that means that you're like the deep sea diver. You put on the gear, you attach a hose, and you go down to the depths of the ocean to explore. You're the one that's there, that's in the moment. And the air you're receiving is like your line of feeding back to your higher selves, back to the Akashic records, to the Akasha or the Akash, which is the field of imprinting. This is where you imprint what you've been, what you've done, and who you've been and who you have become already. So there's many possible timelines that are coming from you right now that are partially formed. How cool is that? Okay, but these are only the ones that are the most likely potential ones for you from where you are right now in this moment. So when you realize you're in this moment, and then you're in this moment, and then you're in this moment, and if you stop being out to what happened and what was, being out to what he thinks, she thinks, I'm seeing all of the energy fields. They're showing me scans of like us flying over a crowd, like a huge concert crowd. And you look like light bodies, like little bodies, human shaped bodies, but of light and colors. And there's a big spotlight that's going over all of us right now, all of you. And that is a light that is coming right now from, they're saying it's very connected with Sirius, but it's using Sirius as a reflector. Okay, this is an interesting download, so bear with me. They're showing me pictures of a prism. So when white light comes into a pyramid or crystal prism, and then that is the element that splits the white light, and out from the pyramid, the crystal, comes the rainbow, comes the full color spectrum. And there's many, many more colors because we can't see even one tiny part of the spectrum with our physical eyes. This is what you are. You're this transformer, this prism. And you are currently projecting whatever energy is coming into you. You're channeling it through your biggest fears, your biggest pain right now. What's painful on your mind? What's painful on your heart? What's painful on your body? What's painful? What is speaking to you within you? Okay. And so to begin this journey today, Jaguar has come and asked that you tune into who you're becoming by seeing yourself like the Sphinx, like a goddess or a god, the embodiment of a balanced divine flow. And Now it's 12:22. And now we have the opening of a new era. And the Sphinx came from the era of Leo. And they embodied that so deeply that this iconic figure has stayed with us through the ages and embodied and hides both in its vibration that can only be unlocked if you go there with your vibration in one way or another. This is true for the secrets locked within most ancient places and nature places, jungles or rivers or whatever, and temples or other places. So you right now are entering a decision point. At first, there's much to gather, much to find. There's a need to complete release, to have a ritual or a rite to all that you have truly left behind, whether you're aware of it yet or not. It could be brewing in lower levels, but are you thinking about it a lot? Are you still worried it may come back? Are you still living a certain way with not speaking up or not leaving a relationship or not moving or not changing jobs or not doing whatever is calling your heart? If you're not following it, at least even into thinking, imagining, meditating, feeling, and walking the path of that potential reality, then you are not giving it an opportunity to go in and communicate with you. This is all communication. Take the fear that you're feeling, take the deep hurt or grief or betrayal or emotion or desire or shame, guilt, blame, regret, anything that you're feeling of the low states, and separate it from the story. The story is there as a guide, as a map, as a container, but you write the story and then you fill the story. So right now you have potential futures that are coming from you, and you're in a place where you could exchange a lot of your old pain, a lot of your old habits and beliefs, identities, and in this sacred temple, it is like coming to a circular space of divine light. There's a roaring fire. It's like an enormous teepee, and it's got the 4 sacred directions going out and into it. And in this space is where you will find that you are ready to move down a path and give more conscious co-creation to what's happening for you. So as we get ready to enter this sacred space, I'm going to show you some pictures. And tomorrow, so what we're doing right now is the Who Am I Becoming series. And you entered into a sacred space, into the infinity healing chamber. You're between the worlds. The more that you allow yourself to be present, you turn off your phones, excuse me, you let go of what anybody else is thinking or doing for this time together, then you can be more present. The more present you can be, the more you will hear, see, receive guidance, healing, the more you can release, okay, anything that no longer serves you. And this can happen without effort because we're going into a shamanic world. It is a world of the X. It is the world of the star. It is the world of the infinite. It is the world where 2 worlds meet to create form above and below. Spiritual, material, Gaia, and infinite source have to come together through you, and then you add the flavors and manifest your reality. So the X has symbolized through time to so many cultures, everything that I just mentioned, the star, the infinite. But the point here is the point where you meet yourself. The feminine and the masculine come together. They create form. The form, it comes through you. It's also, an X is the center of an infinity symbol. If you just imagined adding the circular top and the circular bottom, then you have an Ankh kind of and an Ankh. And this is everlasting life that's always coming through you. What's going to happen now is that you're going to have a shamanic journey. And this is becoming more common now to do this. I trained with a lot of shaman, and I trained in many different cultures and countries, Egyptian and Mayan and Native American, Lakota Sioux, and mystery schools, and also master level hypnotherapy and radionics and radiesthesia. And we used to treat people all around the world and animals all around the world. And I work with a lady who developed the map for the energy centers for the cat, the dog, and the horse, and developed the frequencies for healing them specifically for their spiritual anatomy or their light body structure. So I got to see that our light body structure, from a very practical, from a theoretical point of view, I started in the medical world, and then I went into design. And from the structure of the body and the mind, and then learning how the mind works, and then watching past lives show up for people who say they don't believe in past lives, or they don't know what to think of them, or they've never had one, or they don't know what to make of their experience. Because it was through meditation and beginning to communicate with animals and doing animal work and energy work like Tellington Touch, and then going deeper and deeper into practices like Kriya Yoga, all the different methods and paths that I took came together in a perfect way to weave who I am so that I can create my reality. And we're all here as creators, not just the small vision that we think is big of becoming the creator of our reality, having the freedom to speak our truth, to find the people we truly love to be with, to do what we really want to do. You know, we're not all designed or need to be multimillionaires. You could live an extremely rich life if you got to do what you love to do and live a lifestyle you loved and have enough to do that your whole life. If you want to be an artist, we meet artists and photographers and musicians and even people who do online art or build websites or all kinds of different things, who can travel and live where they want to live because they do their business online. And if you're a healer or an Akashic reader, you will have the world as your potential. So who are you becoming? I hope you're starting to think in the future more. And Jaguar Spirit wants to come through today to open our vision into what we would call the future, but what they call the wave of the new world, the wave of unity. The wave of unity is a wave of consciousness that the Maya, the ancient Maya, knew, and the top of their pyramids is the 9th wave of consciousness. It's the state of unity. We have been here for a while now, and we've watched our world really struggle with this transition. So watching the polarities, watching people get angry or get upset or get emotional or go in different direction than you are, it's just part of what's happening, and who you're becoming is more important than what everybody else is doing. Leave their opinions, turn off the news, turn off all the stream, turn off everyone else's opinions, and get to know yourself. Spend at least 75 minutes a day This is just coming through me right now. This is not anything that I, decided. Okay. Jaguar is over here. She's behind me. Her whole head is up over me right here. So if you're a budding intuitive, if you're a visionary, I invite you to look at me and to see with softer eyes, expand into your subtle body. Ask the sacred temple here to assist you in softening your vision and expanding it, and looking directly at the picture of me on the screen. Okay. I want you to soften your eyes so you're still seeing me, but I'm blurry. And then just watch and receive. You're going to start to see energy, probably some light blue around me, around the outside of what we would call my skin, the shape of my physical body. And the first thing you're going to see is the aura. Sometimes it looks like flames. Sometimes it looks white. If you're more attuned to seeing or perceiving, you might perceive this. You don't have to actually see it. When we say seeing in all my classes, we're awakening your intuitive senses so you can communicate more and more to you, to your higher self, to your truth, and not be at the mercy of what anyone else thinks is best for you. All right. And so if you tune in, you can see if you see. Now, the way I'm feeling her right now is like a huge jaguar head that's engulfing my head, and her top of her mouth is here, and here's her nose, and here's her eyes, and here's her big fuzzy ears. Oh, sweetie. And then she comes down this way, and the Maya loved their gods, their spirit representatives were animals. Number one, the serpent, the feathered serpent, the guide back to your light, the guide up the pyramid. And then you reclaim your feathers, which is your crown, which is your connection to spirit, which is exactly what we're doing right now. So the serpent is very, very important, teaches you to shed the old. You cannot drag your old baggage with you. Each layer of the waves of consciousness that we have gone through, I have delivered you to the top now. This is where you reclaim your crown and your feathers. And the jaguar, number two, Balam. And they depicted on many, many temples the human's head emerging from the mouth of the serpent or the mouth of the jaguar. This did not mean they were being eaten. It meant this is one of their guides that is now rebirthing them into the world. And that's what's happening right now to me. And you're invited to tune into that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I keep wanting to go straight into the journey, and they stop me and say they want you to see the pictures of the dolphins. So also I want to draw your attention to Jaguar is our guide today. And I have this black jaguar. I have this beautiful white. She's my moon jaguar. And where else have we got jaguar? We've got Bast over here. And we've got jaguar over here. This was my first jaguar from Koba. And we have many, many dolphin energies as well. And these are stone energy, dolphin energy, or stone energy and jaguar energy. But in what I teach, which is a mixture of all kinds of disciplines from the past, from mystery schools, from the future, from other planets, from native cultures. And this is a blend, like a cosmic shamanic type of thing. So we're talking, you may receive messages directly from the stone itself because it lends part of its quality, or just from the jaguar spirit. Okay, you're already here in the space with us. So you're going to be receiving already. And the dolphins, this is Perseus, our little ancient being. This is a beautiful white, these are pink dolphins. There's a whole little family of them. And we have the rainbow dolphin right here, and up there. And we have another bast from Egypt. So we have a lot of cat energy. We have a lot of dolphin energy. And those are my two primary guides in all that I do at this point. And they're becoming the most important part of who I'm becoming now. So the dolphins have been brought through all kinds of different realms during my last series. So make sure you take a look at that. Look under Dolphin Healing. I think that's what it's called, playlist here. And then I also have this, the retreats, but I have the Jaguar I've been working with for many, many years, as with cats, Bast, Sekhmet, a lot of leopard energy. I used to work with cats a lot, almost daily. And then I came to Maya land and I began to work with the Jaguar, came to me in the jungle. And I've been in, I don't remember now, 8 different Jaguar ceremonies in the jungle or in sacred temples. And the last one, I was gifted the honor of holding the Jaguar skull that was gifted to my friend who leads the ceremonies. He's Aztec, and his they use them only for sacred ceremony. So this was a very profound. I was able to put it to my third eye. It downloaded into my bones, and they asked me to channel a message, to channel the meditation for the ceremony, and then we all got to hold it. And so that was another new download for me. So who you're becoming can happen through these kind of sacred ceremonies. If you come, that was in my March retreat. If you come in July, I highly recommend it. Or in December, you can go to these ceremonies. You can communicate with the dolphins, kiss them, love them. And the dolphins then, they scan us, they recalibrate us, they help to release old tensions, they rewire the body, the mind, and any different layer, emotionally, mentally, physically, where the pain or the attachment or the belief is. So right now we're changing and evolving very quickly. You're on a path of evolution that you chose, that you're prepared for, that your soul brought you here for. And one of the most profound things that's happening right now is people are waking up to their intuitive powers, and they're realizing they're multidimensional, and they're realizing that they have a lot of support, but they're not sure how to communicate with it or how to use it consistently, or they're realizing they want to hear their higher self or the fairies or the crystals or the wind or all these different things, whatever's optimal. You don't need to hear them all. You want to have this richer life where you're communicating and that you have within your own soul. So the easiest parts for you to connect to, the wounds and the therefore powers, expertise, wisdom, experience, and knowledge of these things that you were in other lives. And if you connect to those, so the key is your other lives in your soul. Most of them will be past, what we perceive past life, but time is conical, it's spherical, okay? And it's also perceived that your future, right? That the futures that we started to hear about that are coming from us, they're being generated through you. Who you're being right now is creating your near future. Now, there's certain things that aren't going to change because they're so deeply embedded in 2 hours or 10 days. There's no way that could transform, but maybe it's in the process of transforming. It's like a healing of a bone has to stay still for 3 weeks, and then it's strong enough to be used, okay? So your powers are coming back to you. Spirit guides are coming back to you. You're understanding that you're really the heroine or the hero on a quest from your soul. And that's why the shamanic practices and all of these different kinds of ways to communicate with all the support that is here gives you the medicine that helps you remember or reconnect to the part of you. So all the cultures have a ritual a vision quest or transformational ritual where you come of age, whether it's an actual physical age or it's after learning something or experiencing something, you now have the wisdom or the experience that you can become the wise woman or the next leader of whatever because of your knowledge. And it's time for us to realize that we have that. It's graduation time. We don't have to drag the other stuff with us anymore. Okay, so let's look at that. Oh, this is the energies are so powerful. I'm not surprised that it couldn't handle it at first. So please make sure you subscribe to my Infinite Show and click for notifications so you know that when we go live, we're going to be having a lot more fun things coming up. And this is the Who Am I Becoming. Tomorrow will be our last show, and I'm going to take you on another experience where we're going to talk to, we'll talk about that in a second. Nanakasha.com if you want to get on the list and know all the other fun things we do, and make sure that you go back to the playlist because we have all of these amazing people here. And we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guests and 3 shows for me. So that's 10 shows for you to help you have this magical mystery tour and start to understand the symbols, the languages, the clues. You know, astrology is a language. It's a really complex language and it's a really deep and powerful language. And even knowing a little bit of it gives you so much. Like if you came to my spiritual weather reports each week, you would have at least some information to help you decode part of the reason you're feeling a certain way, part of the reason something's happening at this time. And the sooner that you hear the communication and you understand what's happening, you can get into the flow. You can be a part of helping them open the door instead of trying to close the door while your soul's trying to open the door, right? So make sure you check out all of those. And then tomorrow, I'm going to, these are the specials that are going to be on through this week. So make sure that you get a third eye opening or a soul reading. A soul reading is a deep, epic shamanic journey, healing, past life, whatever it is you need, we do it. Your soul shows me everything in your field. We do some healing work, light body work, and then we're taken on some kind of epic and amazing experience into your soul. Now, the Dolphin Healing Mayan Magic Retreats, I highly recommend that you talk to me about it if you're interested. We have lots more information to help you look into the logistics of coming. The prices include everything during the retreat, your accommodations, all of your lunches, and a dinner. And so there's all the transportation, all of the ceremony fees, all the dolphin fees. So this is Perseus, and soon we're going to be able to go and play with Perseus as a baby that I met just this March, actually, early March, and fell in love with and started channeling through me. 5 months at that point, and hi, Pumpkin. And this, I believe, is Picasso, my beautiful beloved, first kiss. And this is cute. I think this is Thor. So there's a lot of amazing dolphins that we get to play with and kiss and meditate with and heal and be healed by. And there are soul guides, and they're showing me how to work with them more consciously. So when you come, you're not only going to get activations and light body healing from me, but you're going to get all these recalibrations, all this healing opportunity, 3 different days that we go in the water with the dolphins. And it just becomes amazing, a blissful experience. We're going in and having some ceremonies for your heart and ceremonies with the earth and sacred waters. And we have an activation every day. So what we're looking at is love, becoming that vibration of love again, coming back to your soul signature's frequency. And when you do that, you begin to have more communication with your blueprint, with this soul design that you have. And so through this, who am I becoming? You're starting to realize that, well, you're so much more than you could imagine right now. And it's all there, it's all ready, it's all waiting. And so the sooner you stay in your own path, the sooner you unplug from everybody else's story about who you are, what you should be, the sooner you begin to practice walking between the worlds. I want you to understand that a shaman is an embodiment of being the above and the below, of being the bridge, of being the creator of your reality. And that's the truth of who you are. And the dolphins show us that by embodying joy, bliss, and the biggest brains on the planet, along with the whales. And they have the ability to scan, to sonar message, to recalibrate, to open, to close, to do all of this amazing stuff. They only sleep half at a time, and being with them, it amplifies what we are doing now, or what you do before and after, with the recalibration video audios I give you to work with the dolphins. And this is Black Star Jaguar. So this is my beloved Jaguar. So since I came into the Yucatan and didn't have any intention of staying, the Jaguar began to come to me. One of my students told me the Jaguar will come to you when you go to the jungle. And I'm like, I don't know exactly what that means, but okay. And sure enough, it did happen. And the Jaguar has been in every retreat I've done since then. And there's always at least one. And we did one whole retreat, which was a vision quest with the Jaguar, which we will be doing again in the equinox this fall. And this is the Black Star Jaguar. And the Jaguar has the vision of night the way that a physical Jaguar does. Has the ability to walk unseen between the worlds, unseen to humans and others, and to be able to see in the dark, see through any kind of shadow, any kind of negativity, any kind of malintent, any kind of block. This is the vision to trust that you are carrying the constellations, the stars, the map of who you are on your back, the way that Jaguar does. Within your skin, within your DNA. And yet you are here in a spirit earth body, and you are one with Gaia. And Jaguar is the loving mother that teaches you how to live in this body, on this planet, and how to still remember that you see other lights. So here you can see the aura around our beautiful Black Star Jaguar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, we're going to take a nice deep breath in. And they want me to flip back just to have you look at the dolphins. This is another one of my dolphin friends. This is Thor. And Perseus and Osiris and all of our beloveds from Picasso and Lulu and Thor and Regina, Hidalgo and Kyono. And now absorb the energies from Black Star Jaguar. This is a Black Star Jaguar journey. You're being welcomed into a sacred space of a blend of paths and beliefs, a place and a lodge of light. So as you see this, you're supposed to look directly into the third eye, into the Merkaba, the star tetrahedron. Soften your eyes again until everything else becomes very soft. You can see the glowing aura of the Jaguar. But you're really focused and you're seeing that symbol begin and everything glowing around it. Continue to soften. You feel a connection now from your brow, your third eye, opening as if this is sending a signal through time and space. It's sending a signal. We are one, sending a clear signal and opening and activating this within you. When you feel ready, close your eyes. And you're going to still see the glow around the star. You're going to see the glow. You're going to see the outline of the jaguar. And the places that were light before, around the jaguar and the third eye, are now the dark parts. Nothing changed. You just closed your eyes. The first lesson, as you relax now, let go of that image that was imprinted. Take a slow, deep breath in. As it expands through you, watch it. What's the color, the essence, the taste? Now, as you release that breath, you just witness it. It is a living energy that's just come from Black Star Jaguar. It's come from that world to this world. It's turned itself inside out. Black is white and white is black, and I am you and you are me, and we are one. One heart, one mind, one thought, one vision, one world. Now relax and feel as if your whole inner eye, like the center of your brain, is being wrapped in gauze of light, glowing white light, and like an open weave gauze, shimmering, lightly wrapping all around your inner eye. Why? They're just showing a tall tower coming out now from the top of your crown. Relax. Now feel a soft, very soft, purr-like energy. Just very light, but warm. And you now hear it again. You feel it vibrating through you as if from very far away. That purr is a little louder. It rolls through you. It feels delicious, and you soften and relax. As you relax into this beautiful vibration, it keeps coming. A beautiful purr, the warmth, it melts, it moves through you. You feel it softening everything within you. You feel like a cat napping in the sun on a quiet summer afternoon. Cozy cushion, curled up next to the one you love. You feel the contentment. And now you notice that purr is starting to come from inside of you. It's like something deep down, way in the belly and beyond. It's like something from another place, another time, another part of you is answering. That purr comes into you, vibrates through you. You amplify it. It goes down, 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 And you dive in and say, yes, I'm coming. I want to go down deep within me. Who am I becoming? I'm ready and willing. And you dive and you have a mermaid's tail and you're diving down and you're following and you're going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And it feels like you're moving through coral, swimming through this structure, but it has holes. You dash between them like a little mermaid. Deeper and deeper you go. There's a smile on your face as you realize how beautiful it is. You swim out into this vista of blue, green vastness. You sense something's out there, something very ominous. It's like a dark shadows coming over the sun. It's coming towards you. You want to retreat back into the coral, back into the place, but you just don't. You stand there, you float there. Tiny little mermaid. This enormous dark cloud is booming now, threatening, shaking everything. You can feel the fear, yet you know this is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to stand here. I'm meant to hold my space, never retreat, never go back. That doesn't work anymore. I must stand here and allow the me, the parts of me that know exactly what to do, to be, to think, to act in this moment. I know that I have the powers, the spirit guides. I know that I have the design in my blueprint, in my DNA. I know that I am connecting with those parts of me that can see, sense, feel, hear. I'm ready. I'm ready. Everything is slowing down. You now feel like this big dark shadow, this ominous threat. It just slows down and it is still. It is paused. You now can sense and feel. You look around. Everything is slowed down. It's like everything is on pause except you. You have a moment to explore. Jaguar says, use the land. Use the water. Feel yourself as part of both of them. The land and the water come together like the pyramid above and the pyramid below that creates the star, the tetrahedron, the Merkaba, your light body, your vehicle. The star energy has what you need. It is already within you. We journey now while everything is paused. We journey here into this place like you're coming out of the water, and as you do, you grow pause and you see that you're a slick black jaguar. You see your paw prints deep in the sand as you walk and emerge from the waters. Your mermaid's tail transforms to a panther tail, and you are embodied. The star jaguar opens a new window. You see, and you can see the structure that you've been living in. It may just be a small room, or maybe it looks like you're in the middle of a jungle or a forest. I'm seeing some people are like in an abandoned building in an overgrown place, like an old sacred place where you've left part of you. Some of you, someone is in a rocket ship, like being inside of a big open room inside of a child's rocket ship. It's empty, just the metal walls. It's like a waiting room. Have you been in a waiting room? What have you been waiting for? It's here. Black Star Jaguar wants to bring a fish, keeps showing me to dive into the river, to bring a big purple fish up. The fish is just laying there inside of the mouth. There's nothing happened to the fish. It's like it's part of this. Black Star Jaguar shows it trotting down a riverbed. Very clear water, it's flowing, moving upstream. You can see the rocks on the bottom, but the flow is strong. So the rocks are smooth, but there's no moss. And you're able to bound up, bringing this sacred fish, this beautiful maroon colored fish. You start to leap up. It goes straight up now, and you leap up side to side from rock to rock up this waterfall. And as you reach the top, you walk into a beautiful rainforest. There's a teepee in the middle. It's enormous. It's covered in like jaguar spot patterns, and it has 4 directions to it, 4 doors, 4 tunnels that lead. It's an enormous center, and everything is glowing of light. I ask you now to put the fish at the entrance to the door that you feel it's meant to go to. There's 4 doors. You either know or you walk around. Once you know, you leave the fish there. The fish is still fine. It's almost like sitting up. You walk to the opposite side, the door across from this fish. And now it's like entering an igloo. You walk through this tunnel. It's fabric and light. The patterns are glowing as if candles are burning within, or a fire. The shadows flicker and move, but everything is luminous. You have brought a spirit gift, and there's great rejoicing. The fish is now honored and gifted with golden gills and is sent in as a healer of the waters. Fish thanks you, says, thank you for helping me on my journey. I needed this because my purpose is to work with the waters that I live within and do it in a deeper, more powerful way. You gave me the opportunity to come to this sacred place and receive my powers, receive my new, like an inauguration or a graduation or a coronation. You have much gratitude pouring to you. You walk as the jaguar through the tunnel of light and enter the center of this enormous glowing teepee. Here there is a beautiful floor of stone in the middle with a spiral of turquoise spiraling into the center. Around the edge are soft white. It's like carpet or rugs. And there's little tables around the outside. You're asked to look at your feet, to shapeshift back into your current human body, and to see your feet here in this sacred place. Below your feet, the stone is a rosy color, and the turquoise line is many, 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 many small turquoise stones made up to make a ribbon of turquoise about 3 inches across. You see that it goes out and around the edge of the circular teepee and then spirals back in and around and around and around until it reaches the center of this space. The lights are still glowing, and you look up. You see patterns, shapes. There's messages on the teepee. Receive them now. This is in a place of light that's been infused with your lives of wisdom. And this is like the gathering of the council. They've sent you a message through the symbols and whatever else you've just downloaded. And now you look back down and you walk, taking a step at a time, following the turquoise spiral line. You go out around the very outer edge of this circular space. Next to you are small tables. Every so often, there's a table. You stop and you look at the table. There are 3 things here for you, but there are many more tables than 3. This is your chance to step into your power, to trust your heart, and to say, I'm ready and willing to know the power items that are mine, that are ready to come back to me. And I will receive them with grace, graciousness, readiness, willingness, honor, respect, reverence, and joy. So look at the first table. Do you see anything? Do you see anything that lights up to you? Doesn't matter if it's a physical item, a statue, something you recognize, a ball of light. Doesn't matter what it is, what form it's in, or what way you're perceiving it. Whether you're just sensing it, trusting there's something there, or you can see flashes or images. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now you move on, you begin to walk along the turquoise line again, and you see more tables. Stop, assess, feel, allow your senses to be awakened, heightened, cleared, and aligned. In this sacred space, you can receive more, know more, understand more, trust more. Now receive or move on and continue. Another table comes, you pause, you check in, you feel into it. Does it light up? Does it speak to you? Do you feel intrigued? Do you have a doubt voice coming up saying you're not doing it right? Say, go home, you're not allowed in here. Move along. Three more tables. There might be a crown that you put on your head, or there might be something that someone downloads into you, or a light that comes. It might be a person or a thing. It might be a hologram or a memory. It might be a prism. It might be a small little image that you're meant to see. This communication is coming through all levels and conscious beings, sources, languages, in the way that's optimal for you in this moment. Now you begin to follow this turquoise spiral, and it's going in now. And suddenly, instead of being a stone floor with a turquoise stone spiral embedded, it begins to become a nebula, a spiraling galaxy. You continue to walk around, following the path, but it's no longer turquoise stones. It's clouds and nebula and stars and planets, and you go down deeper and deeper into this cosmic portal. As you descend through this spiral portal, you are now allowed to see something that's been in the dark, see something that's been hidden or in a shadow, blocked, something that's attached, something no longer needed. This infinite space and spiral moves through time and space very quickly. You're taken to exactly the life or the moment where this started or most optimal to transform. You can see or sense in some way there's some completion, some understanding, some download that comes. And you know that Jaguar has given you the gift of seeing and understanding and moving on. Now you feel as if these are places and you sift through them like time was something you could just surf in and out of. See through time. See now that you are separate from time. Like being in an underwater current and then stepping outside of it, standing up, your head coming out of the water, the ground feeling perfect and solid beneath you. Your senses seem very vibrant. You hear birds, you sense wind like a breath of living light. As you stand here, you can tell that you've been cleansed, you've been cleared, you've been reconnected, you've walked through old and out, you've shed, you've seen through, you've seen past, you've seen above, you've released. As you acknowledge this with great gratitude, you feel soft, purring again. These waves of soft vibration, like waves of light, different colors moving through you. And you can see them. Your Jaguar vision is playing in your brain, playing with your chakras and playing with those eyes that can see through the heart, through the hands, through the crown, through time, through space. You feel those vibrations of a soft bird lifting you up, bringing you back up through the depths of your soul and your light body, bringing back this new wisdom, understanding, these powers, this vision, this knowing. You travel up and you begin to enter into your time, space, this moment. You align with it. You can feel a difference, vibration of who you are. You're standing different. There's a vastness to the clarity of your mind, your brow, your eye. You notice that you don't perceive the dark, the weight, the heaviness. Keep tuning in and looking around from that inner eye now. Jaguar sends one more wave of that soft purr, and it softly moves through you like a gentle touch, like the soft fur, like a loving wave. Of pure acceptance, absolute reverence for who you are, unending love. You now have new threads of light, new silver threads. As you return from this journey, you have had many different experiences. You've released much. You've left much. You've entered, taken on, become reconnected. And now the spiral will begin to wobble. And you will be the one that sends the balancing frequency in to the spiral of your divine life. The wobble shows that you've been freed of a lot of heaviness and patterns. It is your job to see it, to acknowledge it. If it's unseen, see it, acknowledge it, thank it. Feel it, sense it, and if you don't, acknowledge it as if you do, until you allow yourself to feel the difference. See that symbol, that energy, that glowing from your inner eye, the shifts that are now happening, the movement in and out, the opening down into your soul, and your divine Black Star Jaguar guide. The dolphins come in now, and they weave all around you. They're taking all that you've recovered, discovered, released, remembered. Your journey went through time and through space to other lives and other planets. Now the dolphins are removing and releasing the wounds and the fears, the baggage and the attachments, the decisions and the meanings, the vows and the contracts. Over and over. Now the gold light, the silver light, the above, the below, the yin, the yang, the divine feminine, the sacred masculine, the sacred feminine, the divine masculine. All these energies begin to gather to you, through you, around you. You must declare that you are ready to step out of who you were. And just like stepping out, the way that a snake slides out of its old skin, fully formed, beautiful, ready, new, more aware, more alive, more wise. You slide, you feel yourself. This moment in this timeline is now changed. You can just sense there's something different, even if you have the doubts coming up. And Black Star Jaguar asks you to sit into your body, sink into your muscles, allow the softness of the vibrational medicines and the plant and the star. All of these medicines that have come to you have mixed together in a formula only for you. when you acknowledge it with reverence, value it as if it was your life, you can drink and you will know. Each time you drink, you are agreeing to reconnect, to remember, and to be responsible for your powers. Sit in your bones, sit in your mind, sit in your heart, look at your life, look at the frequencies coming up from Gaia. Tune into the frequencies coming down from the sun, the moon, the stars, the clouds, the celestials, the planets. I am one with the web of life, and all I need and require is here ready to communicate with me. I accept and allow this transmutation. We call on the violet flame to come in, to clear, cleanse, and transmute all energies that are complete, all energies that no longer serve, and to reconnect to the soul's purpose, powers, path, map, guides, all that we are ready to embrace and embody at this moment. Will you receive this? Will you care for this? Will you honor, respect, and love yourself and nurture these powers, nurture this new freedom? Will you allow the sacred spirits and the parts of your soul that can support you to guide you? Will you listen? Will you keep listening? Will you follow? Will you act? Will you test? Will you try? Your quest right now is to take this step, to do this again and again until you know what you have, and then you use it, you play with it, you journey with it. Breathe yourself completely into your body. Feel as if you're liquid light, fully embodying all the way down to the toes, the fingers, the crown, expanding through the aura, the chakras, the pillar of light. Now allow these new energies to continuously flow out into the mind, bringing messages, new thoughts, new programs, new freedoms, new permissions to be free of old thoughts. It expands out into your emotional field, and you can feel the lightness, the excited clarity, the harmony that is happening. I accept, I accept. And you receive into that emotional field this beautiful new elixir of who you are becoming, of what you have just recovered, released, and received. Expanding and expanding, you feel the lightness, the forgiveness. It's draining faster and faster and faster now. You're becoming a bullet of light. You're moving with such grace, such speed. You feel as if you've been shot across the multiverse. Free at last. Free. Me. I can see, I can see, I can see me. Now, this expanded you slowly fills your spine. goes down through the veins, goes into the blood, the breath, the cells, the heart, the liver, the kidneys, the spleen, the brain, all of the organs, the systems, the cells, the meridians, the chakras. Every part of your divine being is now pulsing with this new light. I accept and allow. I accept, taste, enjoy, savor, and trust as I allow this into the deepest depths of me and agree to surrender to this new me, this transmutation, this transformation. This transit is complete. I have journeyed far and returned. I've returned to a new timeline with new connections, new powers, and new strengths. I accept and allow them to unfold as is optimal for my highest good at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Put your hands on your heart, breathe it in. Let it expand through you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Out to your fingertips and beyond. Out to the edges of your divine light body. Out. Past everything into that infinite oneness. And bring your hands in sacred gratitude. Bring them down from above. Feel you're bringing just the perfect connection, drawing it into your crown, embedding it into your third eye, letting it go down through the bones and the jaw, the throat, and then as your hands reach your heart, hold them in front. I am that I am, Ea Asher Ea, and I accept, receive with gratitude, grace, and pure joy this journey of myself, this retrieval of a part of my soul, this healing of wounds through many lives and layers of my being, this reconnection and re-empowerment. I am that I am, and I now step forward. I accept my new powers. I release and free myself from the past. And I walk the path with Jaguar. Thank you, dolphins. Thank you to my guides. Thank you to this moment of unity. Thank you for bringing me closer to my soul. May our soul signature frequencies become resonant, aligned, harmonious, and open the portal to the reality we are here, each individually, to create. And so it is. May this circle be open yet unbroken, and this beauty and light go with you. There is a clear path connected to you to come back. I highly recommend that you repeat this journey. It's very deep. Don't come back right now unless you absolutely have to. I'm going to bow out graciously, and I will see you tomorrow for a journey with dolphin and messages from our dolphin spirit guides. This was a very powerful shamanic journey. My work goes very deep. It works on multiple dimensions. So whether you feel like something or not, it's happening. Nurture yourself, bathe, rest, sleep, chant, dream, imagine, accept and acknowledge these guides, accept and acknowledge the beauty that you are. accept and acknowledge who you're becoming. It's already there. It's really much more of letting go and accepting, acknowledging, and receiving than trying hard. Namaste. This is Akasha, Nanakasha from nanakasha.com, and I am so honored to be taking this journey with you. Please join me tomorrow so you can keep going deeper into who you're becoming. Namaste.